Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the first of many video logs or video blogs that myself and Graham are going to be doing on this channel. Mine is a little bit early. I know that sounds really weird to you guys, but to give a little background story as to why I'm saying that, what we're doing is we're planning on doing a vlog every Tuesday and Thursday. Graham's going to post his Tuesday, and I'm going to post my Thursday. But since we're still kind of getting into the groove of things, I figured I'd go ahead and kind of start us out by making my vlog a little bit earlier than than I expected. And in this vlog, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about the two newest planeswalkers to our fun little card game. They are Tamiyo the Moon Sage, a 5-mana blue planeswalker, and Tibalt the Fiend Blooded, or the red mana planeswalker. Now, I haven't played much with these cards. In Cockatrice, you can play with them. I know they're not available on paper or in Magic online, but in Cockatrice they have all the cards and you can play with them. You can play test with them, and a lot of people have been. But I know that sounds really bad that I'm making a Magic channel and I haven't play tested with them yet. But I really haven't found there aren't really any solid lists that people have made that I have found, because a lot of the lists that go to tournaments, they don't have the cards for it. So it's like, and not even on Magic Online lists. So um, there's not really an interesting list, but I'm going to go ahead and give you my first impressions on these two planeswalkers. And the first one is going to be Tamiyo the Moon Sage, 5 mana, 2 blue, 3 colorless, 4 starting loyalty, +1 tap target permanent. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. I think that's a pretty decent ability, as a +1, because you get to tap down stuff like Wolf Run, Ink Moss, and stuff like that. Now I don't know, maybe a pesky um, insectile aberration that just keeps tearing you down, or maybe a Ravager of the Fells. I'm not quite sure as to a lot of the cards that it could target. But like I said, it's like first impressions. I'm going off of basically what I know. That isn't Avacyn Restored. For those of you that do play Cockatrice and do play Avacyn Restored, you're gonna have to bear with me on this. -2, draw a card for each tapped creature target player controls. So this card seems pretty bad against the control mirror, only because the only creature you're really gonna have tapped down is like a Snapcaster Mage and an Insectile Aberration. So it's like, you know, um, I don't know. If anything, it's like -2 for a draw one. So it's like 5 mana for a draw one whenever she comes out, and that's pretty bad. And if you opt to draw one instead of tapping down like an Insectile Aberration or Snapcaster, as soon as you mine it, she just dies. So I don't know how good I don't know how good it is, but it's definitely good against aggro, where you can dig for that Day of Judgment. It's gonna come a turn late, but digging for cards is always good. -8, you get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size, and I don't know. I've always felt like having no maximum hand size has always been kind of like a coin flip gimmick. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I've never really liked cards that say you have no maximum hand size. I've never really optimized it. And the second part of the ability, whenever a card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, you may return it to your hand. So that seems pretty decent. Especially in the control mirror, dissipate, return, dissipate, and just keep, always having that mana open. That seems pretty good. Emblems are crazy, man. Emblems are getting really crazy. Like I said, not really that big on the have no maximum hand size thing. But I guess it does have synergy with the whole returning it to your hand, because then you're gonna end up having too many cards in your hand. Like, all the counter spells are gonna be in your hand. Um, Other than that, I don't really see anything else to talk about with Tamiyo. She seems pretty decent. Like I said, her second ability seems better in the control mirror. So I don't know if people want to run more than like one or two of her in the main board. But then again, I also don't know how aggressive this metagame is. I want to say not very, because Mage Blade is still like the top deck. From what I've seen, and their only creatures are Snapcasters and like Insectile Aberrations at the most. And so like her -2 just didn't seem very good. Tap target permanent in the control mirror, tapping down a land, tapping down an aberration. That's the only things that I can possibly see. But other than that, don't really know what else to say about Tamiyo. Moving on to Tibalt, the Fiend Blooded, 2 mana, and that's the one thing that got me in the very beginning, and I'm pretty sure it got everyone else too. Was the oh my god, 2 mana Planeswalker, um, but you know he does start at 2 loyalty. +1, draw a card, then discard a card at random. So it's like a dumbed down version of Faithless Looting, and it's also the blue-red land. I forgot the new blue-red Avacyn Restored land that does the exact same thing. I saw on the Magic website a list with that ran him in Burning Vengeance, and that seems pretty decent. But I've never liked discarding a card at random. I'm sorry, but I've never had good luck with discarding a card at random. I'll always like Faithless Looting and then discard the 2 cards that I've actually needed, like counter spells and stuff like that. And it's like I don't draw on a Snapcaster Mage either, so it's like now I have to wait, and then it's at this point that they go off or they put something that I can't counter, and it's like I don't know. I've never been a big fan of discarding at random, but I definitely would say that it's not a bad ability to have on a 2 mana Planeswalker. -4, so that's pretty hefty. He's not like Tamiyo, who can play both of her abilities whenever she comes in. He definitely has to be on the field by turn 4 to do it. He deals damage equal to the number of cards in target player's hand to that player. Now this card seems very good against the Control Mirror, only because Sword of Feast and Famine against, no, sorry, Sword of War and Peace against the Control player is the same because they constantly have a grip of like 5 or 6 cards. So if you're on the play and you get a turn 2 Tibalt out, like they have to do something, and they have to, you know, that Delver is gonna have to be swinging into this Tibalt, and if you're playing it in red, chances are that Insectile Aberration is dead before it can even touch Tibalt. So that's so good against the Control Mirror. I don't know if I would definitely use it on turn 4, but if you're constantly like dealing damage to them, maybe dealing it on turn 4 isn't going to be that bad of a going to be that bad of a thing. But that also depends on how aggressive you've been. Like if you go turn 1 Vexing Devil, turn 2 Tibalt, and you just keep going off with creatures and spells, then maybe -4 on turn 4 isn't that bad of a thing. His ultimate, -6, gain control of all creatures until end of turn, untap them. They gain haste until end of turn. It's so bland, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you're playing it against the aggro mirror, or like not the aggro mirror. If you're playing it against red or any sort of aggressive deck, you're not going to be able to get this dude to 6. So as soon as he hits 6, the only time he'd ever be able to hit 6, as far as I can see, is against Control. And the only creatures they have, like I said when I was reviewing Tamiyo, is like Insectile Aberration and Snapcaster Mage. So I don't know if I would ever actually use that -6, because he either dies too early, because I mean he starts at basically 3 loyalty, and if you're facing Control, that ultimate is pointless. And if you're facing aggro, he's gonna die sooner than he can get to 6. He might not even get to 4, but it's actually, to me, a very bland ability, not very exciting. Tamiyo's is pretty exciting, but not completely like, oh my god. But it does seem very like annoying, and Tibalt's is just it's just like active aggression and stuff like that on a stick. So I don't know. I would never use it because it doesn't seem like it would get there. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up now. That was my first vlog and kind of first impressions of Tibalt and Tamiyo. I've kind of seen them before, but like I said, I never really played with them. So I'm just kind of going off what I've got in my memory, and just judging Planeswalkers in comparison to how I've played in the past and other Planeswalkers and stuff like that. So I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on maybe on what I think. If you want, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've said something completely wrong that you just like, no, Ryan, why'd you say that? No, you're stupid. Let me know. Don't be afraid to let me know. I'm voicing my opinion. Voice yours. And be sure to also hit that subscribe button up there for more videos about Magic. Be sure to get a gameplay video sometime soon, and I think Grandma should be making a video soon. But yeah, what is your opinion on Tamiyo? What is your opinion on Tibalt? What is your opinion on some of the opinions that I've said? And Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more magic videos like this. And I wish unto you all a good day. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys later.